Hello everyone, I'm Floria. If you are new here, I'm from Singapore and I have been living in Japan for more than 30 years with my Japanese husband and son. Today, I want to share with you some mystery of Japan. Even after all these years, there are customs here that still surprise me. If you know the answers or if you have experienced something similar, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. When I first started teaching English in Japan, one of my adult students was the wife of a Buddhist monk. I was surprised to learn that monks in Japan can marry and have children, which is unthinkable in many Buddhist traditions. In most countries, Buddhist monks take vows of celibacy, but in Japan, it works differently. On top of that, he had another full-time job, which also made him a salaried worker. This mystery has remained unsolved for me until today. Shinto priests, on the other hand, are not required to be celibate and can marry and have children. But what surprised me most is that priesthood is hereditary and can be passed down to children. The second amazing thing in Japan, which I recently discussed with my adult student, is the use of envelopes when giving money. Even for lesson fees, there are special envelopes called geisha envelopes. Every time my students hand me their fees, they always ask me to check the money inside. In my culture, it is rude to check money in front of the giver, so I usually don't do it. But since they insisted, I eventually asked why. Their answer was, there will be trouble if we make a mistake with the amount. That makes sense, but it was still very different from what I was used to. In my culture, money in envelopes is usually given only at weddings or as New Year's lucky money in red packets. But here in Japan, handing money directly is considered rude, and using envelopes is the norm. Surprisingly, it's also considered acceptable to check the money inside, except at weddings, funerals, and when giving otoshidama, New Year's money for children. Another rule is to use new notes for weddings and old notes for funerals. Still, this custom have a downside. Some of my students shared that they once received wedding envelopes with the giver's name and amount written on them, but when they opened them later, they were empty. In Japan, you are supposed to return half of the amount you receive in the form of a gift, and they still did so even though no money had been inside. This is in fact another mystery about the custom of receiving gifts. I still don't know why one has to return half the amount received. One catch about these envelopes is that many have two layers, making it hard to feel whether money is inside. And even if it's empty, most people won't say anything. The third mystery happens right inside my home. In our Japanese-style room, I sometimes put a trash bin or a bag on the floor near the sliding door. Every time my husband quietly moves it away. Later, I learned that the rail of the sliding door, called shiki, is considered a kind of boundary in the house. Stepping on it or blocking it is thought to bring bad luck. Another place we have to be careful with is the entrance area, genkan, where you shouldn't put your bags, groceries, or furniture. It is a transitional space between outside and inside. The fourth mystery is about the strong bond between senpai, seniors, and kohai, juniors. If you belong to the same school, club, or company, seniors are expected to look after their juniors even after graduation. My son was in his university soccer club, and his first year was called the honeymoon year. His seniors always paid for his food and drinks whenever they ate out. Even if he just happened to bump into a senior in a restaurant by chance, the senior would still have to pay for his meal. This tradition comes from Confucian values about hierarchy and respect. Seniors take care of juniors, and juniors repay the kindness later, when they themselves become seniors. To me, this feels really unique to Japan. So those are 4 mysteries of Japan that I still find fascinating, even after living here for more than 30 years. Some have historical explanations, others come from tradition, and some are simply unspoken rules that people still follow today. Which of these surprised you the most? And do you know the reasons behind them? Please share in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.